Hello everyone, it's JJ, also known as Byron King, here on YouTube. Today we're doing another deck tech, and I am actually back in my one main spot. Anyways, today's deck tech is going to be on a different format. Today's format is called Pauper, and what Pauper is it's just basically any card printed at common. So common variety is the symbol with little black. It's the black symbol. So you got common, uncommon, rare, and mythic rare. So common is black, uncommon is silver, rare is gold, and mythic rare is an orangish gold. So anyways, Pauper is anything printed at common rarity you can use. So today's Pauper deck is the very first Pauper deck I ever built, and it's kind of one of the most popular archetypes in the Pauper format, except mine's different. This is just mono blue. So anyway, let's get on to it. So today is Affinity. So it's Pauper Affinity mono blue. So let's start off with our land base. So for our land base, we run 4 Darksteel Citadel. This is an artifact land. And Affinity is affinity for artifacts. So basically any artifact counts, and you'll see soon later on. So you run 4 Darksteel Citadel, 4 Seed of the Synod. So this is a land that taps to add blue to your mana pool. The other one added just a colorless to your mana pool. And then 12 islands. So we're running 20 lands in here. So that's kind of easy. Now let's go on to our 0 drops. Yep, 0 drops. So our 0 drop is just an Ornithopter, so it's a 0/2 flyer for 0, and we just run that in here for the Affinity to help kick it off. So that's kind of one of our things. Now on to our 1 drops. We have 2 Copper Carapace. So equipped creature gets +2/+2 and can't block. So it kind of sucks right there that it can't block, but giving it +2/+2 is good. So you can equip it on an Ornithopter because it is a creature. So there's that. And then we run 4 Bonded Construct. It's a 2/1 for 1. Can't attack alone. So it can block alone, but it can't attack alone. You just run that in there because it's a cheap artifact and it can hit for some good, decent power. Then we run 2 Aether Spellbomb. So Aether Spellbomb is an artifact. There are no enchantments in this deck. We're just running artifacts and creatures. And lands. So, yeah. And the occasional sorcery, but not a lot. So anyways, Aether Spellbomb, pay blue, return target creature to its owner's hand, pay 1, sack this, draw a card. So you run 2 of those, and then our last 1 drops, you run 2 Flare Husks. So this is Living Weapon. So Living Weapon is, you put a germ, a 0/0 black germ, and then attach this to it. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. So you can unequip this from that germ and put it to another creature, but just telling you right now that germ is a 0/0, so it would die right away. So there's that. Now on to our 2 drop. Just an Ethereum Sculptor. Artifact spells you cast 1 less to cast. Since this deck runs a lot of artifacts, that kind of helps out, and especially since it makes our 1 drop 0. So if you have that guy, you can, and a bunch of 1 drops, you can empty out your hand in 1 fell swoop. Now on to our 3 drops. We have an Aeronaut Tinkerer. He has flying as long as you control an artifact. So basically, whenever you play this guy, he has flying. So there's that. And then we run 4 Stoic Rebuttal. So Stoic Rebuttal is pay 3, counter target spell, but if you have Metalcraft, which means you have 3 or more artifacts, it costs 1 less, so just pay 2 blue and you can counter target spell. So if you have Metalcraft, this turns into a counter spell. And counter spell is you pay 2 blue, counter target spell. It's an old but goodie blue card, so yeah. Now on to our 4 drops, which I forgot to organize, so I'm going to kind of organize while I'm doing this. So we run 4 Rusted Relic, so Metalcraft again. So whenever he's a 4 drop, so he is a 5/5 golem. As long as you control 3 or more artifacts, you run 4 of him. Then we run 3 Fairy Mechanists, so this is a 2/2 flyer for 4, kind of bad, but when this enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So you can reveal basically the majority of your deck. Like I said, you're running a lot of artifacts in this deck, the majority of it, and that means you can even reveal your artifact lands and all that and stuff. And then our other 4 drops. So Frogmite, Affinity for artifacts, costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. It's 2/2 for 4. But if you can get Affinity, this can essentially be a 2/2 for 1 or a 2/2 for 0. So yeah. So that's kind of why we're running that. It's an Affinity. And then if you're running any Affinity deck, it's used in almost every Affinity deck out there because of how good it is. Because this deck, you kind of empty out your hand quickly. But Thoughtcast, Affinity for artifacts. So it costs 5 to draw 2 cards, except for Affinity. Remember, it costs 1 less each. So if you have 4 artifacts, you can pay 1 blue and draw 2 cards, essentially. And you're running 3 of them. But if you possibly can, run a full playset. That's how good these things are. Now on to our 6 drops. Somber Hoverguard, 3/2 flyer for 6 or potentially 1. So we're running a playset of those. And then our last card, which we're running a playset of, Mire Enforcer. So it's a 4/4 for 7. And essentially becomes, it could be a 4/4 for 0. So yeah. Now, this video was kind of a very, very short video, like 6 minutes. Or, well, what I'm seeing right now is like almost 7 minutes. Probably what you people will see is different. But, anyways, it was kind of a short thing to easily explain. I mean, the shortest video I've ever made. But if you watched my last video, kind of know why I'm talking a little bit faster is my phone can only handle up to a certain amount before it decides to not, I said conk on me, but not necessarily conk, but stop recording. So yeah, I'm kind of talking a little bit faster. Not as fast as one of those people, the auctioneers or something, but still kind of fast. Anyways, I hope you all enjoy this video, and remember, Pauper is just anything printed at common variety. If you're like me and you have a bunch of common decks, you can make common anything. I built another common deck, which I might do here soon. So, anyways, I hope you all enjoy and have a good day. Bye!